A look at McLean Stadium on the banks of the Brazos. It is week 8 of the EA Sports college football season, and the games are getting more intense. It's the Florida Gators and the Baylor Bears. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
McLean Stadium is one of the most unique in all of college football. You can literally sailgate, drive your boat right to the stadium. This is a beautiful stadium, smaller capacity, but these fans make it special. From the run-on of all the students to start the game, they are loud and passionate every time the football is kicked off in Texas. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Gators will kick off first, and here we go. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Gets it almost to the 30-yard line. They'll mark him down at the 29, and a solid return there. Offense working from the pistol. He'll try the left side. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's Lagway to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Miller. At the 40, there he goes. He's loose down the middle. Touchdown Bears. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Pryor. Finds Zach Reese, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Jones wants to throw it. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And the incomplete pass, taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
And sometimes as a quarterback, man, you're sitting on that sideline and you watch the other guy go out and just deal, right? And put together a drive, score a touchdown, and you want to come out and you want to answer, and you want to be aggressive. And sometimes you take shots, sometimes you force.
Pulls it in on the right. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. And the Gators racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And this offense talked about coming into the game, creating those explosive plays, being great on 3rd down. Check, check. Both of those plays happen on the first drive, and they come through already in a great rhythm to start this football game.
They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. The Bears call a timeout. That'll be their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's ball. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators! Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he added the extra point. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. On the move from inside his 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Bears offense makes its way onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. The give to the back. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Throwing, Lagway. Unloads to the wideout. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. He was dreaming of getting a few more on that return, but they'll take it in business at the 32. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Jones to throw. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. From the gun. Trying to find the end zone. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Florida!
This offense needed a big play, and that is the guy that they need to go to help create a spark on offense. Awesome job.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score already down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. And the Bears want to crank the tempo.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to...
Makes the catch, and he's free. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it 1st and 10 now inside the 50. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Lagway wants to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to...
Intercepted! A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
And what a start for this guy. That's now his 2nd interception in the 1st quarter of this game. He has been an absolute ball hawk in this thing early, and the quarterback would do well to stop throwing his way the remainder of this game.
Jones wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Wilson open on the right side. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone.
Man, that is textbook football 101. It's what every defensive coordinator's yelling on the sidelines. Sudden change. They want to be a...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Florida. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. The give to the left. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Bears want to move quickly.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's...
Might have a chance. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
And they got him down in a hurry. Nice job by the defense. Aggressive attack. Come downhill. Go get the running back. Get him on the ground.
The Bears with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Flag wave. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Well, this quarterback has struggled, having already thrown 2 picks. That should have been number 3. Somehow the defender dropped that one. Things not going well for this Q.
Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. And that ball will sail into the end zone for a touchback. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's ball. Turning it on. Picks up the first down. What a run to get them into enemy territory, and he's out of bounds at the 40.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Jones to throw. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Gators! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Man, what a picture-perfect start to this football game. Like, offense doing their job, defense getting the ball back, and this offense, I tell you what, it is an impressive unit to watch. They were good on tape all week studying them. They're better in person, and they are out the gate strong in this first quarter.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. They'll try the left side. He's past the 30. Still on his feet at the 45. There he goes. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Baylor! Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. Here he comes with the return. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the snap, it's ball. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. As we look at the stats of what has been an offensive showcase so far. If you like offense, this second quarter is probably going to be a game for you. Jones wants to throw it. Makes the grab. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why.
There's a crease. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down, and they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off. And he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Makes it past the marker. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Singleton. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. DB's right up on the receivers. Not always the old line. Sometimes those receivers want to get a jump on the snap count, and they'll move them back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Third down is coming. Now a little bit farther to go after the penalty. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. Mental errors like that just kill drives. We'll see if they can overcome it. Still third down, but more ground to cover after the flag. Jones to throw. Trying to set up the screen. He stopped short of the sticks. They tried to pick it up with the screen, but they'll be facing a fourth down. The Gators will punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll take it on the return. And they'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. They go to the ground. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there. And the Bears headed quickly to the line.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout. And man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun on 3rd down, Lagway. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway and now they're in business.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
Maybe can be a little more aggressive here after the offsides penalty. It's 1st and 5. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Direct snap. It's Singleton. Maybe a crease. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Gators! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Here's Lagway to pass. Couldn't hang on to that when this defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be 2nd down.
Man, he almost throws another one. And I tell you what, it's just been one of those days. Sometimes it's not your day, and just turning the ball over like they're a nonprofit, man, just giving it away. This offense has been reckless. It's been careless. They've got to do a better job of being smart with the football.
Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down. And the Bears moving quickly to the line. They'll go right back to the run. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. 4th down, Lagway. Takes a hit as he fires. Finds his man. It's Freeman. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Throwing, Lagway. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Timeout taken by Baylor. It's 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
We haven't even gotten to halftime yet. This offense has their hands full trying to keep this quarterback standing up straight. They've already given up multiple sacks. That's the biggest reason why they're trailing by as much as they are. They better go in at halftime and make some big-time adjustments.
Back to throw, it's Lagway. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. Racing to the right. 10. Touchdown, Baylor. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Last 4 minutes of the first half, first 4 minutes of the second half. That is a time window that oftentimes determines games, and you're seeing it potentially happen here. It was critical the offense was able to go down, drive the field, and score a touchdown here late in the first half, knowing they get the ball back first in the second half. And if they go out right away in the second half and good things happen, this game takes on a completely different feel.
Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Singleton. There's some room. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Direct snap. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye of that full Gator head, let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
Guys, welcome into the epicenter of the college football world, our Orlando EA Sports Studios, and a great Week 8. We start with Oregon, taking on the number 10 team, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And it's the Fighting Irish in real jeopardy of kissing that top 10 ranking goodbye. They're being punked right now, dominated in every aspect of the game, and we haven't even hit halftime.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They're setting up the screen. Oh, he's got some space. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The Gators in the hurry up.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
And last week was great for this young man. But, man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
On the direct snap, it's Singleton. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the Wildcat.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. They got him in 3rd and short, but, man, they've got to do a better job. If they want to get back in this football game, like, they've got to force some field goals. They've got to force some punts. They've got to force something to go their way, and they've got to be better on 3rd down.
And the Gators kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Got a little grass. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida!
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the 3rd quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the 2nd half. You drive it down the field, and you scored. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
Okay, guys, the Bears offense comes onto the field. They haven't had a whole lot of production nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. Creates a little space. There he goes. Oh, there's the ball. And they are fortunate to avoid the turnover as the fumble goes out of bounds. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. The Bears have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Bears!
I mean, they didn't reinvent football on this drive. That was really impressive watching him just go down the field methodically, running the football a bunch and finally punching it in. David, we saw the turnovers throwing the ball in the 1st half. They decided just to come out here in the 2nd half now and just get back to the basics, and it really paid off for them.
I'm about to say, it's more of a necessity, right? Like, this offense wasn't really good through the air. What do they do best? Pound the football. And it's not like we're not getting movement up front. This offensive line is doing a good job. And if they want to get back in this football game, you got to like the start right here in this 2nd half. Like, early in the 2nd half, showing that you are physical and that you can still run the football even though you're trailing.
Here comes the Gators offense ready to go on the attack. Their lead down to 2 touchdowns as they go back to work on this drive. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the snap, it's Singleton. Push down for the tackle. Now facing a 3rd and long. Gets it out across the 40, stopped short of the line to gain. They'll mark it at the 41, and might they choose to go for it here. Looking for a push on 4th down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Yeah, I like it. I like the confidence of the coaches. When you're an offensive coach, you got to be aggressive nowadays. And going for it in your own territory, it used to be, no, you can't do that. Now, everybody's like, you know what? Analytically, that makes sense.
The Gators getting set on 1st and 10. Looking for room. It's Pryor. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And a lot of times the fit up front, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Singleton. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's third down from the 45. Jones wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. And they can't make the play on third down. Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt.
Yeah, and see, I have no problem being aggressive near midfield. I got no problem whatsoever. You get stuffed, but I think you have to show your team, like, we're going to be aggressive. We're going to continue to try to make it, even in the second half when things are getting tight.
Runs through the tackle. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Flagway wants to throw. That's caught. It's Freeman. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today rank, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Running to the left. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success, but on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clobbered.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their...
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Flagway to throw for it on 4th. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Winning 1st down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that 1st down.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Crosses the 45. Caught, and he's got room. He's at the 10. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think...
Breaks into the open. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. New set of downs after the completion. Wide receiver going in motion. Flagway. He's moving out of the pocket. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
And, man, I tell you what, I just love his instincts. You can tell when the ball's being passed, he sees it, and he breaks on the football. That's why he's in the top 10 in interceptions this season. Just such a great feel in the passing game, and you got to be careful when you attack him.
Looking downfield, it's Flagway. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Might be calling a hot route. Again, it's Lagway. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing. We're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Fourth down, Lagway. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That fourth down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on downs.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They'll go right back to him. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's...